Hey guys, Mike Toy, Bonsai Boise. So, this is going to be a pretty simple one. I just basically wanted to start the process of bonsaiing this gardenia. I've tried gardenias in the past. I've had a few of them, and for one reason or another, they always die. My last one that I had, I don't really know what happened to it. It just sort of died. It was actually the sister to this one. I had two of these. It was the other half of this, and it just kind of slowly started to die, like little by little by little. So it was like a few leaves here, turned brown, then it just sort of got worse and worse and worse and died. That was over the winter time, so it might have had something to do with the soil, I'm not really sure. The one before that was in the middle of summertime, and I had it outside in indirect sunlight, so kind of like in the shade basically. And I think that one just dried out, if I remember right. I think it just sort of got neglected and back and dried out, but I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna try it again. I've had this for about 3 years now, and you can see it's branched out a lot, and it's been outside for the past 2 or 3 months, maybe, give or take. I don't know, something like that. And so it's got a little flower. It does occasionally flower, just sort of randomly, and whenever it wants to, basically. The trunks are not very thick, and I don't really know if they've gotten thick at all since I got it a few years ago, but I know that they can get thick, and these can be bonsaied, even though I have not had much luck with them. I know it can be done. So today I'm just going to slip pot it from the pot it's in into this pot, because it's been in here for about at least 6 months now, maybe more, and it seems to be kind of bursting at the seams there, and it's grown quite a bit. So I want to take it out of this and put it in this. I'm going to be using a mix of about 50% bonsai soil, the same bonsai soil that I always make. If you haven't seen my video on how I make it, I'll put a link for it on here. So I'm going to be using about half bonsai soil and half just regular organic soil, just regular rich organic gardening soil. So it'll still have good drainage, but it'll still have all those nutrients that rich garden soil has. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bare root it or anything. I'm going to take it out of this and sort of basically just shake it off, kind of get some of the loose stuff off. And if I see any obvious spots that I can sort of get off of there, then I will. But otherwise, I don't really want to disturb it any more than I have to. I just want to slip pot it from here into here. And I'm just going to document it just for everybody's sake, my sake, and your sake, if you've ever tried to bonsai a gardenia. So we can learn together, and we can figure out how to do these and the right and wrong ways. And if I kill it, then I'll post that I killed it, and so you'll know what not to do. So I'm gonna just buzz through it real quick and fast forward so you can see me doing it, and then we'll do a quick recap at the end. So follow me, let's dig in. right, so there it is. Like I said, it wasn't too exciting. It's just the beginning of a journey on a new potential bonsai. So I just wanted to get that documented. And then, you know, if you have any experience with these two and you wanted to add some comments or something like that, please do. I'd love to learn new things, and whatever experience you got can help me, and I'll do the same for you however I can. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm probably gonna trim just a little bit of foliage off of this, not much. In fact, I'm looking for a good example. Okay, here's just one example of something that I look for, and I typically do this on almost all plants or trees in general, is at the base of a branch, where it branches off, like right here for example. Oftentimes you'll get leaves right inside of there. I'll usually get rid of those. And then even these here, because these ones I've noticed, especially on these gardenias, these leaves that grow right at the base of a branching like that, they turn into new branches. And so you end up getting 3 or 4 branches out of one spot. Let's see if I can find a good example. Let's see. Here's an example. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see if I can. So here's one here. So you can see 3 branches coming out of one spot. Let me see if I can actually clean that up a little bit. Okay. It's a jungle in there, right there. So you see 3 branches coming out of one spot. 1, 2, and then 3. So that's what can happen if you let those leaves grow at the base like that. So here's an example of where it's growing at the base of the branching. So I'm just going to get rid of those. So I'll just go through and get rid of any examples like that I find, or if I find any leaves that are just deformed or maybe not contributing much, I might get rid of those. But for the most part, we're going into fall now and then winter after that, so I don't want to take off too much foliage because they don't really grow until spring. I mean, you'll see like a little bit of growth here and there, but not much. So I don't want to weaken it going into those long dark months. So I'm just trying to be strategic about it. And I'm, like I said, I'm figuring out these gardenias as I go, you know, figuring out what works the best and what doesn't. I have noticed sometimes that old sort of shriveled up leaves, like say for example this one here, getting rid of that will oftentimes help the new growth a little bit. It'll kind of spawn new growth, getting rid of old leaves like that. So I'll look for examples like that, but for the most part that's really it. So I'm just gonna give it a water now and then put it back on the shelf where I got it, and you know, I'll keep you updated along the way and just let you know how it goes. And I'm going to try different things to see what I can do to make it stronger and picking up the trunk, and you know, we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, everybody. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And you can see updates to this and other trees that I do. I do a whole bunch of different types of trees, so you can see updates on those as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.